watch with history only who's in trouble, who's in top, who's in the bubble. History only who's in trouble, who's in top, who's in the bubble. Tourists. The observer. History only who's in trouble, who's in top, who's in the bubble. History only who's in trouble, who's in top, who's in the bubble. The observer.
That picture in the background does make me laugh.
It really, really does. Yeah, please share this live out to as many people as you possibly can that you would think would be interested in this particular subject matter.
Thank you everyone for sharing. Yeah, for anyone just joining, as Bibi just mentioned, we have a couple of surprises this evening for you. Yeah, I think we'll probably just go ahead now if you're ready, yeah. Bibi.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, everybody, tonight we'll be speaking to two different people who've had the unfortunate experience of dealing with E. And it's, I think, about time they told their story. So go get some snacks and get comfortable, because it's going to be very, very interesting hearing the truth, you know, the other perspective, because E's had a lot to say about what happened on their end, you know, leaving the house and all this disaster that happened to them when, as we all know, you know, none of it was true. So there was also meant to be a third person coming on today, but unfortunately they're not able to make it, but that's okay. We're going to reschedule another day. Yeah, so I guess we'll go ahead. If everyone can give please give a big warm welcome to our guests and show them lots of love and support. First, we will be speaking to E's ex-housemate. He's witnessed everything that went down from the day that she arrived to the day she was booted out, when everyone's had enough. So can you hear me okay?
Hello, yes.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for joining.
Oh, thank you.
So I guess we'll go from the beginning. How did it all start, you know, when you first met them? What happened at the beginning?
So, a friend of Elphaba's is a very good friend of the Barbican, and she mentioned this E was homeless, had nowhere to stay, and, you know, here we've helped out like a lot of people, and, you know, I knew of Elphaba on TikTok, but I didn't judge her for any of her posts or anything. I thought maybe she could just be like a troll, you know, maybe it worked out well and she got like good views and that was kind of her thing. I didn't necessarily judge her because, you know, seeing something on the screen is totally different to real life.
Yeah.
And I do believe in like second chances, and I don't think someone should be, you know, shut down and never given another chance. And I thought, you know what, I think she's had bad people around her. So the day she come in, we run her a bath, put her in the jacuzzi, you know, I got her some like makeup, clothes, and I just wanted to give her the love that I kind of felt like she'd never had. Mm-hmm. And maybe, obviously, that's my fault for not having my boundaries set up. And, you know, the same with Scott. Yeah. And she'd mentioned like all the hate she's had online, and, you know, people would shame her for her looks and stuff. And we said, like, in a very open and honest way, you know, you get a lot of hate for the way you look, so why not change people's perceptions of you, you know, prove people wrong, prove the haters wrong. So that day we took her for a sunbed, we got her nails done, her lashes done, we made her just feel really good. And you know what, like for the first week or 2 weeks, she was very appreciative and very grateful.
Yeah.
But a sense of entitlement started to come very gradually. And she was just very disrespectful towards the end and very entitled. And the way she is online is exactly how she is in real life.
Yeah.
You know, butter wouldn't melt in her mouth, and, you know, she can't take accountability.
Yeah.
And even still, I do wish her well, and I hope that she sorts herself out. But, you know, I was happy to stay silent, but she's defaming my friend's character, Scott, and, you know, she's making up complete lies. Now I'm just going to set the truth.
Exactly. Yeah. Did you see, what were some of the red flags that you saw, like, towards the beginning? Was there anything in particular that you saw that you thought, oh, that's a bit strange?
She had no problem with bringing random people back to the house, you know, being up all night, leaving mess everywhere. All the cups and bowls in the kitchen would disappear. And then I'd go down to the basement where she was, and there'd be like mold and maggots and stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she just had a complete sense of entitlement in many ways.
Yeah. Did you witness a lot of, I know you mentioned about having people back and creating a real mess. Did you see a lot of rug taking or anything like that?
She told me about it, but I wasn't around her that much, to be honest, to see it. I kind of kept my distance, but I wanted to be kept in the loop, so I'd get my updates when I was there, but, you know, I didn't see anything physically, but she would talk about it a lot.
Oh, really? Okay. And I know you've seen the state of the room as well, or anywhere in the house that she had gone, left quite a mess. How did you feel about that?
I think it says a lot about her character and respect. And, you know, I just think, yeah, I mean, again, it's like some of the things I've seen her do on live stream, I thought maybe she's trolling because, you know, we all know it's what gets her views for being so, you know, heinous in that sense, but that's genuinely how she is. And I honestly got used to it, but there's a big difference now she's gone.
Yeah, I bet.
But if anything, I also found it very interesting to see how someone could have such like a warped perception.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's unbelievable, isn't it? It really is.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
How did you deal with the constant singing every day?
Well, to be fair, it's like a 6th floor house, so the walls are very thick. But, you know, when I would walk out into the hallway, it would always be the same song. And, you know, I've had noise complaints from the neighbours. Obviously, she would sing in, like, the studio, which is on the ground floor.
Yeah.
So people, like, out in the streets or, you know, next door neighbours, they can hear it so loud, so... But she didn't really care. It didn't stop her singing.
Yeah, just no respect at all. And how was Scott feeling throughout the whole time as well? I know, obviously, you were speaking with Scott. How was he feeling?
So he's had a lot of people like take advantage of him over the years, and he said to me months before meeting Elphaba, you know, he's done with helping people, and, you know, his phrase is always "give to the bird with nothing in its beak," and he kind of thought the same with Elphaba. And even when everyone in the house, and actually me included, said, you know, maybe she should go, he said, you know what, like, she's got no love, I want to give her a chance, and she bit the hand that fed her, and, you know. Yeah, so he's very annoyed, to be honest, because obviously the police had smashed down the door from all of the trouble she's been causing, and, you know, she, even in that sense, she had a victim mentality, and obviously she didn't offer to pay to fix the door or anything.
That's terrible. That's really bad.
Yeah.
Was there a lot of, like, different authorities turning up, police, anybody else? Was there a lot of that happening?
Yeah, there's been a fair share. I mean, I'm quite lucky that I've been like doing a lot of traveling recently, so I've not actually been here for half the time over the last 2 months. But while I've been away and obviously looking in the house group chat, there's been a lot of problems, and obviously everyone here is very upset. Yeah.
It's just so disruptive, isn't it? And disrespectful to people who are living there. You know, that's their home. It's very unfair. What did you think about Maria? I know she wasn't there the whole time, but from the few times she was there.
No one invited Maria other than Elphaba, so
yeah.
This is sort of her, you know, it's sort of like a 2-for-1. But I think with Elphaba and Maria, it's like the apple in the tree. and it's terrible because I do feel bad for Elphaba, because it's not a wonder why she is the way she is when her mother is Maria.
Yeah.
Very snappy, always got a bottle of alcohol in her hand, and that's fine in moderation, but to be around your daughter and taking substances with your daughter, it's a bit of a slippery slope.
Yeah, definitely.
It doesn't look good.
Yeah, throwing in any substances, I can imagine, is just going to make things a whole lot worse with their behaviour. What happened? So the day that she was finally asked to leave, everybody had enough. Did anything lead up to that, or was it all kind of based off when the police smashed down the door?
It was when the police smashed down the door. I mean, there was a few problems beforehand. Obviously the house is getting doxed. People were just naming and shaming everyone who lives here for merely living here, and it's a bit much. All we wanted to do was help someone. But I think we sort of really started to understand her true character. So it's all different little pieces from different areas. And then I think the police come in was just the cherry on top.
Yeah. Yeah, that must have been a lot to deal with, having the police smashing the door down. How do you feel now she's gone? Has the house returned to some peace, I hope?
Yeah, it has, to be fair. I mean, it is quite funny because there is little bits of Elphaba left all over. There was a witch's hat, in the kitchen somewhere, and there's that karaoke machine. So, all I can do is just have a giggle about it. I'm not going to sit and cry about it. I think I'm grateful for the situation as well, because I definitely need to set some boundaries, and, there's no point giving out to people who can't appreciate it, and when they bite your hand.
Yeah, exactly. I just seen someone mention in the comments, did the police say why they turned up?
Yeah, so it was, I have the video of it. I think it was section 17, but I could be wrong. And apparently, I didn't see the actual live stream, but the police were called because she was, I don't know how to say the word, because TikTok is very censoring word.
SH is probably the best.
Yeah. And they come basically because of that. And it was yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I remember the video. They did mention that, didn't they? Brilliant. Okay. Is there any questions you guys in the comments have that I've missed that you wanted to know? Have you seen any, I don't know if you would know this, but have you seen any kind of court letters or anything like that coming in, or anything from lawyers?
Letters. There was HMRC letters and stuff, but I mean, there was definitely a lot of mail for her, obviously. She was signing up to all sorts and registering herself the moment she got through the door, but I don't open people's mail. But there was a lot of confidential mail, but I wouldn't open it.
Of course, yeah. And I think the question that a lot of people want to know is, did they leave the room clean?
No. It was quite something. I wish I could put it into a bottle and spray it into the chat room right now. I opened the door and it's not just the smell, it's the humidity and the hate. And oh my God.
Just all mixed up into one. Awful.
Oh my gosh.
So we do have some pictures we'll be showing you guys at the end of the live, and a video as well that's uploaded to show you what we're speaking about. But we'll show that a bit later.
We are ready to, that is ready to go, and I must just apologise now because I know this live was quite unexpected, but we had the opportunity, everything was ready, so here we are. I don't know whether this question has been asked. What was it like when he was there? When you were there, what was the atmosphere like in the house?
Everyone was very cautious. Everyone, I mean, other than Scott and other than me, everyone was very cautious. So, yeah, no one wanted to be around her. But me and Scott, like in the first couple months, I think she was only here for like 3 months, but in like the first month and a half, we really wanted to make her feel welcome. But I think when the entitlement started to come in, everyone felt like this sort of dynamic, and Elphaba kept herself to herself, really. She never really left the basement. But yeah, the vibe of the house was really weird. Everyone felt very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I bet. And I bet you sit here in defying gravity hours and hours and hours.
I went to the cinema last night and I watched Wicked, and to be honest, when that song came on, I couldn't really enjoy it.
Oh no. I bet.
It's scarred us all, I think.
Yeah, definitely. So I think, has anybody got any more questions? Chat is going quite fast, so bear with me.
I've just seen one question. What was she like with, I know she was living there. Scott gave her the opportunity to live there for free, which is amazing, in central London, pretty much. What was she like with, in terms of money? Was she willing to help pay for food for the house, or, do her fair share in terms of things like that? Or was she quite the opposite?
No, she wasn't. Honestly, she was very much the opposite. I'm a very sharing person, and I don't give to receive, but, I know who my friends are, and, I don't think twice if I'm going to share with someone. But obviously, I took her shopping. I did all sorts for her just to make her feel sort of love. But very soon I realised she wouldn't do the same for me, or, she was never really... She could take, but she can't give. And I'm not sure if that's because she was financially, not doing well. I didn't see her bank balance, and, I don't know if she is or isn't, but...
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. And I know a lot of people are talking about I'm not sure if I can say the word, but the brooming allegations off the back of, Scott being so kind to help her.
I know, it's comical. It's like something out of a sitcom. I mean, you wouldn't groom her with a broom, I think. Scott felt really bad for her, and he just saw her, and he always said it, the bird with nothing in its beak. And, he just wanted her to feel some love, her to do some healing, her to glow up, and, prove all the haters wrong. And you know what? If she actually did that, people could respect it. If she took accountability, altered her ways, and become a better version of herself, no one can fault her for that.
Yeah.
But, it's not what she's done. Things didn't go her way. So now she's pointing the finger at people who helped her.
Yeah. Which is really bad. I know when I spoke to Scott, he said the exact same thing as you just said. He just saw Elphaba, and like with anybody, he just wants to help people be the best version of themselves they could possibly be. And I know you and Scott, I'm not sure if anyone else helped as well, but you all tried your best to do that. And it's such a shame that was really thrown in your face, especially towards the end, when that... Yeah, about the brooming allegations. It's just sickening, really. It really is.
Yeah.
It's not okay.
People are asking a lot in the chat about their hygiene. I don't know whether you want to answer that at all.
I just think the state of the bedroom and, living conditions, I didn't go close enough to her a lot of the time to smell her. But, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. We'll leave that one there then.
I think we can use our imagination off the back of the state of the room, probably. Okay, thank you. Is there anything else you wanted to cover, or is that everything?
No, I think that's everything, to be fair. Yeah, thank you for having me on.
No, thank you for coming on and chatting with us. And I'm glad you've had the opportunity to... say what you need to say and, speak on behalf of Scott as well, because I think it's important that his name isn't also being...
Sorry. One thing I will say, I've just seen a comment. So we put her in the studio and we made her Defying Gravity, and all these songs, Scott himself and, someone else who works in the studio spent hours and hours and days to get her this song ready. We bought clothes for a music video. We was ready to get sets up and everything. And, you know, she just didn't want to put, like, the music was done. She didn't need to do anything other than sing it, but she just couldn't be bothered to even, like, fill out a form to upload it on Spotify. And, you know, no one wanted any money from it. Like, all of the money was for Elphaba. Scott's not in a financially bad position where he needs money from the song. He just wanted her to have something for her. And, you know, there's nothing he would have got from grooming her. If anything, it's actually the other way around. She's, like, completely milked the tit and, you know, drained it for what it is.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. That's such a shame. She had every opportunity given to her, really. She was she had amazing opportunities in a great spot in London. And yeah, that's a real shame, especially about the music video. So I remember she did mention it on live and then it just never happened. And we were all wondering, you know, but yeah, clearly they are just too lazy.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you so much for chatting to us.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate you coming on.
Thank you so much for your time.
Very welcome.
And telling your story. We will give a recap right at the very end because we now have somebody else to speak to.
Yeah.
Do you want me to kick you or are you happy to stay?
Yeah, you can kick me off now. Thank you.
Okay.
I'll stay and listen.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. And now we have someone who has kindly said that they would like to speak to us. Someone who's witnessed the day that he actually left the house. It was a pretty traumatic experience, I think, for everyone involved. So, yeah, she's very bravely said that she will speak and say about what's happened that day. So can you hear me okay?
Yep, I think she has muted herself.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, yes.
Hello, perfect. Yeah, no, I just wanted to say, obviously, first of all, that I did not live in the house and I wasn't closely related with her. However, I was there the day that she left and she damaged part of my property as well, which obviously we'll get into later. So I just wanted to give everyone that sort of background, bit of information.
Yeah, exactly. You weren't living there. You just witnessed the absolute chaos that happened on the day. But I appreciate you coming on and chatting to us. Thank you. So did you know much about E before that actual day happened?
Obviously, like everyone say on TikTok has obviously definitely heard of her. And I did visit the house a few months prior in about August time. And then she was okay. Like she was quite nice. But again, it was a very sort of quick interaction and she was just singing at us for about an hour and then that was about it and then we went home.
Oh my God, singing for an hour.
Yeah. But that's what, and even all the people in the house as well, they would complain that, you know, she would be singing until, you know, 2-3 in the morning on full speaker systems and it was just defying gravity over and over and over again.
Yeah, that's enough to drive anybody crazy. Too much. And what were your initial thoughts? So when you saw E on the day where everything happened, when they left the house, what were your thoughts initially as you arrived? Was it chaos as you arrived or was it quite calm?
Well, obviously, because the house is quite large as well, when you first go in, you know, you don't really interact with that part of the house. You've got to go down to it. And we were sort of nervous because, you know, you never know what to expect, especially where her mum was there as well. Mm-hmm. And when we first knocked on the door and they came out, they were shouting at us, you know, shouting abuse, being like, you're disgusting, you're disgusting. They started shoving a camera in our face. So yeah, not great really. And then we didn't really see them for a bit. And then I think at that point they left after a while and then we didn't go back down into the space afterwards. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, just shouting at us really. And it, you know, it gets a bit scary because you don't know, are they actually going to do something, especially her mum, you know, and all the rug taking that they've been doing in the past. You know, you never know how those types of people were going to react.
Exactly. Yeah, that must have been quite scary. Yeah, I know
because they had been using meth. Obviously, I don't know if that's okay to say, but I'll say it once and then just use M from now on. But they were using M, so, you know, and that's quite a serious drug that can, you know, really alter how a person behaves as well.
Yeah.
And you
That's
don't know if they had, you don't know if they had done it on that day. So
Yeah, that's very scary. With I've heard as well that it's quite a lot of as well, constantly, especially that night before it was happening all night.
yeah.
Very scary. And what happened actually during the kick out itself? What happened then?
Well, when we first came down, obviously they're not really listening to us, and that's when we went back upstairs to get Scott, because we were basically like, look, they're not going to listen to us if you're not there with us. And like, he was even getting a little bit nervous to sort of come down with us. But I don't even think he did in the end. I think he was sort of around in the hallway, but he didn't want to go down. And I think eventually, after just talking to them a bit, that was when, I think they had just left. But they had, I don't know if I should get into this now or a bit later, but that was when they had bolted. There's like a recording room or like a sort of photo room in the house, and there's an entrance on the inside and the outside, and they had bolted both doors in on both sides, so we couldn't get into that area of the house, and even Scott didn't have a key. And then that's where, you know, a personal item of mine was left in that room.
Yeah, that's so they locked themselves in that room, so no one could get in.
We didn't know if they were in there or if they had left. So.
Oh, wow. Okay, and how long were they in there for, locked in?
That's what we don't know. That's what we sort of went upstairs and like just sort of ignored it for a bit. We heard all the noise had gone, and then we left shortly afterwards. So, because obviously you're a bit shaken up from that situation, we thought, let's just go home after this.
Yeah, exactly. You have to keep yourself safe as well, you know.
Mm.
And what happened with your personal item? Do you want to speak about that?
Yeah. So I left my coat in that room, thinking that everything's going to be fine. And then we spent about 20 minutes even just trying to get into that room. I can't remember even how Scott did it in the end. And they had dumped like sweet chili sauce all over the sofa and all over my coat. So obviously now, like, this is the only reason why I'm getting involved in this situation, is because why would they do that? You know, it's something really immature.
Yeah.
It was a fur coat. Sorry, I've just seen in the comment, it was a fur coat. So, you know, we've somewhat fixed it now, just, you know, but it's not going to be the same afterwards. So.
Yeah, that's so immature and sad, damaging your coat like that. That's really bad.
Yeah. And that was when, so after all this happened, we went back a few days later. And that was when obviously we saw the state of the room that she left, and it was absolutely revolting. Like, oh my goodness, disgusting. Just, drug paraphernalia over the room, like a bottle of piss, like really, really disgusting.
Yeah. The room, I've seen the video. The room is shocking. I mean, I've seen a lot over my time, and I was pretty disgusted, and so was BB. We were very shocked. So what happened when they actually left? Did they literally just bolt out the door?
Well, that's what I'm not sure. So I think maybe they locked that room, like, to sort of, I don't know, make a point, or I don't know, to sort of do something in that. And then at that point it was sort of silence. But and then I'm presuming from that point they left. But obviously we just went back upstairs and sort of disregarded the situation. And then that was when we went back a few days later, and they had definitely left.
Yeah.
And then obviously, that was when the room was left to state.
Yeah. Wow. Phoebe, do you have any questions?
Sorry, my mind has gone completely blank. How did it feel while all this was going on?
Well, it's just scary. I think, like, dealing with those two people, and that's the thing, like, Elphaba by herself, like, obviously can act a bit crazy, but Maria, her mother, is absolutely dreadful, like scary. And even you've seen how the way they've released videos on how she'll shout at her own child. So you can, think about three strangers. It's not pretty. She's not a nice woman whatsoever. So we were sort of rattled after that situation, I think. But then even the fact of dumping the sauce, like, from that point, I was just really irritated and upset.
I completely understand. I think we all do. Yeah, absolutely. Just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting behaviour. I'm just going to see if there's any questions that the chat would like to ask. Just bear with me. Do you think that he was... Oh, you probably can't answer this because you weren't really around.
I can try otherwise.
Do you think that he is scared of Maria, or do you think...
I'm not sure. Again, that's more of like a personal relationship between the both of them.
Of course. Yeah.
I know there's a few questions about any particular rugs that was involved, but I guess as well you probably didn't see the extent of...
Well, really, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. So definitely M. I think coke as well. Sniffing. So maybe I don't know if heroin potentially, but I'm not 100% on that one.
Yeah, I know quite a few people have mentioned that to me as well. But
100% with the M, because I wasn't there on that day, but one of my close friends was, and they said that, you know, E was asking about like, where do I get this? Where do I get this? Like, can any of you guys get this? So that one is definitely.
Yeah. And I know, obviously, E mentioned recently, I think just a few days ago, that this is something that they've done in their past, but I think that is kind of obvious now. That's a bit of a half-truth to test the waters, but it's certainly something that has been very, very recent. Oh, people are saying about Kay.
Again, yeah, probably. And I think I saw something back about paraphernalia. Obviously, there was a crack pipe in the room. So that is like one thing for definite as well, that was happening.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so any other questions anybody has in the comments? I think everyone's shocked, like we've been digesting this information recently as well.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
I think the most shocking thing, I think, is that she's come out saying that Scott groomed her, because you know, she was given a place to live, and it was about 6 months she lives there, not 3 months. And you know, you're living in Zone 1 London, free rent. You know, they helped record loads of songs and so much stuff given to her. So for her to turn around and throw that against Scott, I think is really, really nasty.
Yeah, I agree. And when I spoke... Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. No, I was just going to say, because obviously Scott, he's a little bit older. So say now all the younger people were very in touch with like who Elphaba is, but obviously he's not. So he's taken someone in, you know, blank slate, didn't know anything about her, and then for her to turn around and do this to him, I think is really, really nasty.
Yeah, you're exactly right. He really had no clue, and when I spoke to Scott, he just does not come across that way at all. He comes across like a total sweetheart, really. He's
lovely. Yeah, he's really, really, really sweet, really accommodating.
Exactly.
Yeah, he would never ever do anything like that.
Yeah, he just, it seems like he genuinely wants to help people, you know. He just wants to help people. So, yeah, it's a real shame that was thrown in his face when he was just trying to help.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen a few people mention as well. I'm not sure if you've seen this, and it's totally fine if you haven't. But I know obviously you wouldn't be going through actual mail, but any mail that you did see, like on the side, can you just confirm what their name was on the mail?
I didn't personally see the mail.
Fine. Yeah,
but I think it's not Elphaba. I don't remember her actual name. It's something O. I don't know. I really don't remember her.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm guessing it would be that one.
Yeah, I thought I'd ask just in case. Okay. Well, I really, really appreciate you coming on, and I'm glad you got to speak your piece as well. And I really appreciate you being so flexible with your timings as well.
No worries. No, thank you for inviting me, and thank you for, you know, giving me a chance to speak out about this situation.
Yeah, no problem at all.
we really, really, really do appreciate your time
Of
and
course.
telling your story.
It was frustrating as well watching her live the other day and seeing her, skip out so many important details and, sort of tweak the story a little bit. It was really frustrating. So it's important that, the truth comes out, because he is very good, or Elphaba is very good at sort of, making herself seem like the victim completely and trying to get people on her side. And, it's not good.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Brilliant.
Is there anything else that you would like to add before we kick you out the box?
I think one thing, just quickly, like something quite funny that the other person, they missed out earlier. One thing that happened in the house as well, Scott had one of the like national health people come round saying that she was patient 0 in a scabies outbreak.
Oh, wow.
If you remember all that stuff going on in London. So, there was a lot happening that built up to the event of her being kicked out. But no, I thought that was a bit of an interesting.
Wow. So sorry, who was it that came round? Like a national health?
Like, the health services, whatever their name is, I can't remember. Like National Health Services or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Wow, they turned up and spoke to them about scabies.
Yeah. And obviously, like, they provided all the treatment, and even like Scott, I think when she first arrived at the house, like, bought her some treatment to sort of like help with that and everything.
Yeah, I think it's quite clear, because I know they were having issues with getting rid of it, I think quite a few months ago now, but I don't know whether it's come back with a vengeance or whether it never left. But yeah, that's not very nice.
Oh, I'm seeing some people as well in the comments, patient 0 is just like the sort of starter person, so it's like the original person where, an infection or a disease has come from.
Yeah, environmental health, I think that's what it's called. That sounds right. Just trying to see if there's any other comments.
No, I'm looking at the comments as well, so see if anyone has anything to ask. Because obviously, even though I don't live there, obviously when all this stuff happened, we went upstairs and spoke to Scott, so obviously I've got, a good idea of what had happened throughout the time of her living there.
Yeah.
I'll try and be as helpful as possible.
I know a lot of people are mentioning clients, as in, did E have any clients come over to them, if you know what I mean?
I'm not too sure. No, I'm not too sure. I think, there was a few times where they had invited a boy round and whatnot. But again, I'm not sure about what would have happened after that. But it definitely did happen at least once or twice where they invited someone round.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, we'll do a recap at the end, everybody. So anyone who's arrived a bit late, we'll do a bit of a recap at the end.
Yeah, and it'll all go up on the Observer's here, so it'll all go up on her YouTube, and I will upload the live as well.
Great.
So I think that's about it.
Yeah.
So thank you, Esther, for coming on again. You've been incredibly brave for speaking out.
Yes, thank you so much. You've been very, very brave.
No worries.
Do you know how to leave the box, or do you need us to?
Can you kick me off, please?
Okay, no worries. Thank you.
Now. Thank you.
Yeah, so just again, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to our guest that came on. As I mentioned at the beginning, there was meant to be a third guest, but that's had to be rearranged, so we will do that another day as well. But yeah, a huge thank you, because it's no easy task, coming on a live and speaking to a lot of people. But I think it's important that the truth actually gets out there, and not just a load of lies and trying to tarnish people's names, innocent people's names who have done nothing wrong.
Absolutely. So we will recap quickly now. If you want to recap, creators?
Yeah. So we had, at the beginning of the live, we've had two different guests on. The beginning was E's ex-housemate was on, speaking about his experience of the last 6 months of living with her. And as BB mentioned, it will all be uploaded on the Observer, and then BB will upload it as well. But we were just going through some questions, asking how it all started, first impressions. And it's, just the same story repeated again and again with each person that E meets, really. They put on this act for the first 1-2 weeks that they're this innocent person that hasn't done anything wrong, when the mask then slips, after a couple of weeks. So that's exactly what's happened again, unfortunately, and people were burnt from it. But I'm hoping this live has helped with, those people that she's tried to tarnish, and for them to speak their truth.
Yes, absolutely. I'm just going to address this very quickly. The neighbour will join another night. Her son is not very well. She's in the comments at the moment. She will join us another night, and we have got that planned. So please don't panic about that one.
Yeah, stay tuned for that one.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So I think just like the last live, really, just wanted to put it out there again that, we're not doing this to tear them down, tear Elphaba down. We're doing this because it's really unfair thinking you can put that false information out about people and just continue, going live and acting like nothing's happened. It's just ridiculous, really. It really is. And it's frustrating for us all to watch, especially, when we've known this information for a long time. So it's been especially frustrating hearing the lies happening. So we thought it was important to come on live and let you guys know what the situation is. But once again, please go get some professional help. It's really not healthy, and you can't continue making yourself the victim. It's just not the way life works, really. I think you need to take some accountability, not just give some half truths and think that, sorry, I can't speak, half truths and think that's okay. It's just totally unacceptable to lie about people, especially the people who try to really help you. Yeah.
Life isn't about TikTok. There's a whole world outside. You don't need validation from people on the internet. It's getting to the point where it's just becoming a complete farce, and it's getting too much. It's getting too much.
Yeah. As mentioned earlier, we do have the video to show you of the room, because it's only fair. Somebody's property was completely destroyed, and to think that it's okay to leave another property like the way it was is absolutely disgusting. We were both shocked at the state of this room. Yeah,
it is absolutely shocking. What I will do is I'm going to flash some images on the screen, because they are very, very, very bad. So just bear with me, because they will just flash up for a couple of seconds and then I will take them away again. But we will be putting this up on our channels after the live has finished. Yes. So just bear with me.
They are ready to go as well. They are currently uploaded and just privated, so they'll be ready straight away. On Bandbird, Squawks, and are you doing it on your main account as well?
I'm going to do it on my main account, and then I'm going to upload it to the other one in just a minute.
Okay, great. It will also be available, potentially uncensored, over on, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say the word, but it begins with R, and it's the other platform that begins with R, EDDIT. But massive trigger warning for it, by the way, guys. It's, yeah, like I said, I was shocked. Yes, Melissa, that's the one.
This is the first one. I don't know, can you all see that now?
Yeah, so I know it's hard to adjust your eyes to it, but you can see some bags at the top, the thing in the middle and some toilet roll at the bottom, but you can see what that is in the middle, hopefully.
And then I'm going to flash, shall I put the edited version or the unedited version up?
I'll just do unedited. Why not?
And that, why not? If it gets taken down, it gets taken down. And that is...
It's what you all think it is, basically. Toilet roll with, yeah. So we know they were obviously peeing in bottles. She was peeing in bottles. So I can only imagine what else was happening in there if you can't be bothered to go to the bathroom, basically.
Yeah.
So I think you can use your imagination, but just so unacceptable to do that to someone's property that you are staying in rent-free, completely unacceptable. And it's not just their room that was destroyed, it was also the studio photo room that Scott spent a lot of money putting together. He made it really nice in there for her to do all her lives and everything, and even that was absolutely destroyed. It was like a mud bath on the floor, and then the hot sauce, the sweet chili sauce poured everywhere. You know, there is expensive equipment around that area as well, so just so unacceptable.
Yes, absolutely.
And here are some helplines in case anybody has been affected by the live. Please do reach out. There is always people willing to talk to you. So
yes, please, if you are, I know some of this live could be quite triggering, so please reach out to somebody.
Yeah. Oh, do you have the other image as well of the bottle?
Oh, probably not. Just bear with me 1 second.
I'm just going to write the our page in the comments. Hopefully one of the mods can pin it. There you go, write it in the comments. Thank you for joining, everyone. I know it's quite late at night, so I do appreciate you spending the time with us. And thank you so much for the gifts as well. That's very kind of you.
Yes. Thank you for the gifts and the follows. And it's not necessarily, we don't do this for that. We can't pin comments when there's more than one person in the box.
Sorry, mods. Yeah, I forgot. Sorry. Hopefully everyone saw. I'll write it again just in case.
We will put it up on our pages as well.
Can you find it? If you can't find the picture, that's fine.
No, I can't find it.
That's okay. It'll be in the video, but it's basically just, excuse me, it's the treatment for scabies is right on the counter. So it's just very concerning that is potentially still an issue, and it's just going to be spread around if that's the case. I mean, obviously I can't confirm that is the case, but having that treatment bottle sat out there used is a little bit concerning.
It is very concerning. Oh God, my brain keeps going completely blank.
Anyway, everybody, to end on a positive note, we do have some exciting news about a new venture of ours. We've been working really hard on this, so we're very proud to announce we'll be launching a podcast very soon. It'll be a podcast sort of based around what's happening on the FYP, like a weekly recap, but from like a perspective of like a screen recorder's perspective. So, you know, we're around quite a lot. We see quite a lot. So I think it'll be quite interesting to do a recap from that perspective. But most importantly as well, looking at the actual psychology behind the streamers and the app itself. So we're quite interested in that side of things, you know, seeing what makes them do the things they do and just looking at it from that way. But we're working hard on it, and it won't be long till we can announce the first date of the episode. So yeah, be on the lookout.
Yes. The video that we have will be put on straight after this live.
Yes, prepare yourself.
Yes, prepare yourself because it is terrible.
Oh, what she said on Instagram story, people are saying.
Apparently that she's calling us liars, apparently.
Oh, of course. Of course.
But that's fine. She can say what she wants.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, when you have the evidence, we're not just going to do a whole live and prepare all this if we didn't have the evidence behind it and seen it for ourselves. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yes.
Also, just to clarify as well, she's probably going to go hardcore on Scott, I can imagine, because that's just what she's like. But I wish that you guys could also hear from him because, I came in on a very neutral standpoint speaking to him, and he's just not like that at all. I sound like Elphaba there. I'm not like that. But he's just really not, and it's very disgusting to accuse somebody of that who tried to help you, but that's probably the route I can imagine she is going to go down, which is very sad.
Yeah, absolutely. And to the neighbour, like we discussed before, if there are any problems, you know exactly what to do.
Yes.
So we will be leaving you now. Thank you for being here. I know it was a bit of a surprise. So we appreciate you all for being here, and the likes and the shares and the gifts. Yes. I know this was a little bit rushed, but we didn't have much warning.
It's difficult. Yeah, it's difficult getting multiple people together at the same time. Everyone has busy lives, and that's fine. But yeah, we saw an opportunity where everybody was free, pretty much, and jumped on it. So I hope you guys don't mind.
Yeah. So just bear with us. We will go and upload that video now. If it gets taken down, we will both put it up on our respective other channels on other platforms. They are available. So please bear with us. No, but it will be. I will put it up on I will put it up on all 4 of my accounts actually, because it needs to go out there. So Yep. So.
And people asking for a quick recap. Sorry to do it again to everybody, but we just basically spoke to the ex-roommate who very kindly came on and spoke his truth, also spoke on behalf of Scott the landlord. And then we had a lovely lady who came on after and spoke about the day of the kick-out and what happened and what a scary experience it was, basically. So we had those 2 brave people join our live, and hopefully we have Elphaba's current neighbour as well will be speaking to us very soon. So be on the lookout for that.
As soon as she is available, we will be talking to her. So again, thank you so much for being patient with us. We are not natural live creators, so it is always a bit of a mishmash of things. So yes, we will go and put that up now. So thank you all for being here. We really do appreciate it. And that's it. Good night.
Yes, thank you everyone. Good night. Thank you again for joining.
Oh, sorry. Thank you to the mods. You have been absolutely amazing. Thank you to my gorgeous creators. She has worked absolutely like a workhorse to get this brought to light.
And so, BB. Definitely cannot take all the credit. BB's done a lot of work as well. And also thank you so much to the mods. You've done brilliant. Thank you.
Yes, no, it's all you, because if it's me, I'll get the blame for it all.
It's always you. I mean, a message to Elphaba, don't even try it. Do not come with the threats, because I'm warning you now, don't do it. Okay.
No, because we have got more.
Yeah.
There is more.
So tread lightly, and maybe for once in your life, apologise, accept that you were in the wrong, and move on.
Yeah,
is my suggestion, because you are dangerous. And set your lives to 18 plus. There has been multiple kids in your life, and your mods have been told about it and have done nothing about it. It's disgusting, and we're sick of it.
Absolutely. Yes, it will be up on all the platforms. We will put it up on everything, just so it's out there.
Yeah.
So thank you all.
Yes, thank you.
We will go and upload that video.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Oh God, I can't end the live. How do I do it? Oh, there we go. Goodbye, everybody. Good night, everyone.
Just want to show you the room before, because people could actually probably, like, you know, mess it up on purpose. But I've been treated like shit, by that fucker over there. They've done this to take the piss out of us. They're going to record us leaving, and they're going to take the piss. I want to show you this, the behind the scenes. They love it. Before people do this, sometimes all these people. My mum and I are leaving. We're gonna try. Okay, so there's some fucking mean girls trying to record us. It's my mum and me. We're just recording this just in case this ever gets online. So these people have come over and they're friends with Scott. And because I've been made homeless now for an officer's place, they've now come to record me and laugh.
Disgusting. Are you enjoying that? Get the camera out and film me.
I'm filming.
Go on. You're disgusting. You got your fucking cunt out and stop cars in the middle of the street. Go on, spray me. Spray me. You're a bunch of fucking pieces of shit. You enjoy that? Because that's the truth, isn't it? Off your pop then. Oh, off your pop.
I have the best mum in the world, and because you defended me, and you were amazing, and you stuck up for the right thing. Thank you. No, honestly, you're amazing. Bullies don't win, and I have all the recording before, and lying about me online, it's not cute. I do wish you well in life, and please remember to keep beautiful, and don't lie about someone online like that. It's not okay. Lots of love. And that's why I keep diaries now, and video logs. So these people here, when I said that was in anger. These people previously got people to try and lie about me online. This person called Samsara. She is a person who is actually quite well known in London in the scene, and she's been telling people to lie about me online, talk about me. I think she said to someone, lie about because say that Elphaba SA'd you, etc. I also got a video call proof of Sam saying that I never did that to him, etc. Because this guy was spoken about, and everyone's been trying to set me up since the beginning, and I didn't even know that, and I fell into a trap which I wish I never ever did, and I didn't realise Scott was also setting me up. And the whole bed, that whole room you see, that wasn't like that when I left. They've set me up, and I've got video proof all there, you can all go and see. Also, to make things even more proof, I can show you the date of when that video was taken. So I can show you the date I left, also the text messages and everything like that as well. I just think, it's best to be calm and collected when these things happen, because, it's very easy to lie about someone online, especially when someone has a massive following, and, it can gain a lot of popularity, and people do lie about me online, but this is a bit too far. And I think to bully someone, especially when they thought they could call it their own home, it's so disgusting and wrong, and I fell into a trap, and my mum sort of saw that, and I'm glad I kind of went back with my mum, to be honest. And I've been through quite a lot, and I'm not making myself a victim in this situation, but in a sense I actually am a victim in this situation, to be honest. Because people have lied about me online so much that people do believe anything they see online now. I'm a real life Elphaba baby. And of course, people believed it straight away, of course, and they were like, oh my god, Elphaba's done this, she's done that. It's very easy to lie about me online. It is, unfortunately. Because, people like to lie about me because I've got a lot of... My face generates views, it generates money, it generates... And that's a sad case, unfortunately. And they were live with their gifts on. And if anyone wants to believe the right thing, and if you're a firm believer in believing the right thing, I can assure you that was the right thing to believe in that you've seen on my stories. Because that was the way it was. I also have a witness as well. These girls are friends of Scott, and I fell out with them. Originally I was friends with some of them, but they started to treat me like shit and started having mean girl vibes, like Regina George kind of vibe. And I was like the Janice, and I couldn't be fucking arsed with that shit. I don't like two-faced fake people. So if you're watching this on my story and you saw the truth, I really appreciate that, and thank you, because it was really hard for me to go through that kind of setup, and I didn't realise I was being set up and used. But I just want to say, have a nice night, look after yourselves, and the proof is there. Go right at it. Lots of love. And yeah, my room may have been messy and bad, but not to that extent, and my mum visited quite often, to be honest. It wasn't ever that extent. And when I left, because this is what that life was like.
Left was your bedding on the bed, and all your other bedding was in a pile ready for the washing, for the cleaner, which you would have come in there, because there was a pile of washing for the cleaner, and all the bedding was stripped off. Well, the bedding that was there anyway was all in a pile, all the washing and the towels and everything. All that was left was your bedding. The drawers were fucking clean. The floor was just probably had crumbs on it. All the rubbish was taken out.
Yeah. I left that place in a clean state, and they purposely put human feces on it and stuff. And also, when... I know, and people said... Sorry, next part, sorry. 1 second. I'm going to do the green face. Let's do it. I'm a real life Elphaba anyway. There's a green face filter. So, believe what you like, and if you want to believe the wrong side, that's fair. I'm not going to force anyone to believe me. But if you want to believe me, I appreciate it, because you're believing the right thing. And you're believing, and I've literally got a whole log. This is why I did it, because I video logged it all, because I knew something like this would happen. I knew it, because it's predictable, because I've had friends like this doing it in the past. And I'm like, I'm just going to video my room, because they're probably going to do something to it. I never had a Dorothy picture on that side of my wall in my room ever, and that was on my live streams. You all saw it was clean. It was like a wall. They've purposely done that. And I want you to know that I love you, my people. Don't believe and tell the haters to fuck off from me. I love you. Leaving and they're going to take the piss. I want you to know this is the behind the scenes.
We love it.
Before people do this. Sometimes all these people. And before I go, these people, of course, want you to jump on the bandwagon. BB, all these hate groups, these drama channels, be like, Elphaba left it like this. I'm so sorry she did this to you, etc. Honestly, like, they jump on anything. Like, I swear down, and they will lie about me, so you shouldn't really look for them for sources. Just watch me for me, live, and judge me based on what you see here, you know? Like, don't watch things online, things that, like, people are so desperate for followers these days. It's honestly sad. And I want you to know, if you have a good heart, because I know some of you do, and you're icons, and you're amazing and stunning in every single way, and I've got an army behind me, my Elphie army, I would say, because all my Elphabas, all my outcasts, all my bullied have got my back, and I love you so much, and you don't stand for bullshit, and I love you, and you are amazing. I don't ever stop being you, and I'm gonna head off, but look after yourself.
Just your yoni, who's in trouble, who's in top, who's in a bubble. Just your yoni, who's in trouble, who's in top, who's in a bubble. Kid server.